Hello everyone, this is Miss Yensit88 and today I'm filming a Cinderella 2015 nail tutorial. So here I'm just showing you all the polishes I'm using. I also show most of them before I do the actual art. I do use quite a lot, and this is my base 2 coats. I use 2 different ones. But I wanted it to be varied, and I also wanted it to reflect the movie, which is a lot of obviously beautiful blues, golds, silvers, and iridescent type of colors. So this is why I chose all of these. And I'm using many brands today. I think I pulled out my whole arsenal, so I have things all the way from Essie to Julep to Claire's. I have a Claire's brand one I'm even using. And a candy. If you've seen these in a long time, it's been quite some time. But this is just all the ones I'm using today for this tutorial. And here was my plan of action for my nails. So first nail I did is my butterfly wing nail, and in the movie butterflies seem to be a recurring theme. They're on a couple of her dresses, and there are butterflies in the air in a couple of scenes, and the butterflies are on her shoes, and when she does the transformation there's also a butterfly in the air while this is happening. So I thought I'd pay homage to that with this butterfly wing, and I first painted it with that Essie color. Now I'm just going in with my striper and doing a little half circle here. Then you're just going to want to draw curvy lines down from that. And you want them all to kind of go ascending up the nail like a diagonal line was invisibly placed there, because you want that to look like a butterfly wing, and they're curved and nicely formed. So you want the back end of it, the bottom of the nail, to be able to be painted black in a kind of even ascending form. So I'm just doing those lines here, and then I just make a small smile kind of face on the bottom, obviously without the eyes, to make those attach, and each one attaches. And this can be used for so many different things. I've done the rainbow butterfly nails before, and everybody loves those. Just painting one nail, one color until you get through with a whole arsenal of colors you have. But it's really easy. It's not too time consuming. It does take a little bit of time, but it's not the hardest nail art, and it looks really great when it's done. So I attached all 4 of those lines. Next thing I'm going to do is paint that open space at the bottom of my nail black. Now you could use black nail polish for this, but I'm going to go ahead and still use that same striper, just because it's a little bit easier for me since I already had it available. So you want to just fill all of this in, and then we're going to go in on top of it with the white dots like on the monarch's wing, so that you can have that cool effect. Okay, and there's that. Next you want to take this iridescent color, and I'm just doing this to add a little dimension to the wing, and I'm painting in the bottom part of the wing as if it were stained glass, so that it just gives it a little bit more dimension, since butterfly wings are usually not just one color and they kind of sparkle and shine in the light. So I'm just doing that to just barely add a little bit of dimension to the nail. And there that is. So easy. The next thing you're going to do is to take the white shimmery polish, and I'm going to use this dotting tool, which is really tiny. I'm just going to plop some dots down. Don't make them the same size. Don't put them all exactly even. This is pretty random because you want it to look like it was done by nature. You don't want it to look too even or exact. And there it's done. Okay, next finger is my pointer finger and I'm doing these flowers. There's a scene, and unfortunately I couldn't find a snapshot of it, where she's in a field of flowers and her dress also looks like flowers. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm just going off of snapshots and the trailer, but I'm just going to do that to make this a light, beautiful nail. So I went in with a kind of pearly white first, and then I'm taking two different color blues and drawing two flowers each. And to draw a flower, I just painted on like a starfish. I kind of do two little legs on the bottom and then a straight line across for what would be the arms and then a top line for the head. And this also ends up looking kind of like a little bud of a flower because I don't want these to look very traditional or like you can tell what kind of flower they are. I want it to be very different. And then here I am going in with the darker blue. And if you don't do these all the same way, like this one I'm doing a little bit differently, that's okay. They don't have to be the same. Next I'm going in with this beautiful rose gold, and I'm just going to plop some dots down around the edge of the flowers, and then I'm going to also use this for the center point of the flowers. Okay, and then for your middle finger, we're going to do the carriage. And we're going to do the one from the new movie, which is very gilded and very golden. And so I first went in with that julep color. Then I went over top of it with the second one just to give it more of a beautiful effect so it sparkles very nicely. Then we're going to go in and just plop down a big circle of gold. And I'm using this candy because it's pretty opaque with just one coat, which is important for this. You want it to cover that blue. So I'm going in just with the brush it came with. I'm not using any type of nail art tool, although you could use a dotting tool for this, and just plopping a big circle down. And then I plop on it a couple more times just to make that circle a little bit bigger, a little bit more even. And that's it. There's the start of your carriage. Alright, after that I'm going to go in with my detailed nail art brush and I'm going to draw the spokes on each side. You first want to start by making a small C, like this.
That's what I just
and then
said.
attach it to the carriage itself.
So I have no way of going
And then you'll
in
do
and
that
seeing
on the
what
other
you're
side.
getting.
Small
I
C,
can just see the health of your modem, which it looks
and then
great from
attach
here.
it. And one of the best things, instead of pulling and dragging too much, is to do this in a stippling motion. So it's little tiny strokes instead of big long strokes because it's way easier to do a curve like that in that fashion. Then I'm just adding on a little topper for the carriage, and this carriage is almost done. I'm going to add the little seat for the horseman. And I'm going to go over these one more time. Then I'm going to take that golden glitter polish, since this carriage is really opulent and beautiful, and I'm just going to add it just to the center only to give even more glitter effect. And I'm just dabbing that on, no special tools needed. Now we're going to do the ring finger to look like her dress. So I'm using this, oh my gosh, I love this polish, I just got it. It is like rainbows in the sunlight. It is so, so beautiful. And it is my first official indie polish, so I was really pleased with my purchase. And I got this from Bliss, and if you want her information, I can definitely let you all know. Just comment below and I can get it for you. But I'm just doing a few coats of this, and I'm painting this one on the nail so you can see how beautiful this polish is and how shiny and amazing this polish is. It does take a few coats. The formula is amazing though, even though it is a little thin, but that's okay. It doesn't bother me to do coats like this when the formula is thin because it doesn't get thick or gloopy. It's just amazing. And it's called Icy Starring You. Then on top of that, I'm going to go in with this nail art brush, and I'm just going to use this light blue color, and we're going to draw the dress. And it may seem like an overwhelming task, but it's really going to be quite simple. So I'm taking this and just putting some polish on it. Then towards the bottom of the nail, we're going to draw a half circle and then fill that in. And then on top, we're going to draw a triangle. Because she has such a thin waist because of the corset in the movie, we're going to draw a triangle to emulate that waist. And then a dot for her head. And that's it. Then you have a really pretty little silhouette that looks like the dress in the movie. Now to give it a little bit more something something, I'm going in with this polish here. And I'm going to just dab it on top to give a little bit more dimension to the dress. And then for the pinky, we're doing the shoe. See the butterfly on the shoe? And that's why I chose butterflies earlier as well. So I'm doing that here on my pinky. So we started with a blue background. Then I'm going in with this, which was also the first coat for the pointer finger. And we're going to try to draw a shoe. And I'm not artistic at all, so this is my rendition of a shoe. So I first draw the heel, which is pretty much a straight line down. And then you draw it like it's a slide, and you start tall and then kind of go down till it evens out flat, and then I go back up. And there's my little shoe. After that, I'm just going to add a little bit of detail on the corners of my nails so this doesn't look like it's just a little lonely shoe. So then I draw a line with a dot in the corner and then another line on the other side. I'm going to do this in two corners of my nail. And here's all my finished nails in a super up close, so you can see a little bit better all the detail work put into them. And I really hope you guys like this, and tell me all of your reviews and how you like the movie. I'm hoping to go either Thursday night or Friday, and I'll let you all know how I liked it. And I love these nails. I loved how they turned out, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much for watching, and have a magical day. Bye-bye!